Wagwan, people them. I'm Jay Cartere from growonyoutube.com, teaching you how to be better. If you didn't know already, these types of videos are from a core audience though, so you probably do know already. I doubt people out of the core audience are going to be watching these because I'm not really focusing these on like going out and searching that sort of stuff. But in this video, you're going to learn why being relevant doesn't matter in 2019 and beyond. And I'm using my notebook. Wow, just dropped something out my notebook there. Let's pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, I'm using a notebook so that I make sure I hit all my points and I don't waffle on without basically giving you the answer, because I want to make these videos structured. There's no editing and all that sort of stuff, but I want to give you the information that I want to give you, innit? So by the end of this video, you'll learn why being relevant in the mainstream sense doesn't really matter in 2019 and beyond. So let's get into it. Now, a lot of creatives who are trying to make it for themselves online or trying to build a career for themselves or give them the opportunity to pursue their creative endeavors full time, a lot of them are insecure, to be honest. A lot of creatives are fueled by insecurity. They want other people to love them, that sort of stuff. And this also drives a lot of people trying to be relevant, so to speak. In fact, I got a comment on one of my, I think it was a community post the other day, or someone saying, "You're not relevant" or something. So I blocked the guy. I didn't reply to him because there's no point. Someone who's infected with that mentality, who only cares about relevance already, is someone that I can't help. So there's no point me wasting my breath on that person. But the thing is, when you're just chasing relevance and you're chasing numbers and you're chasing having more and more people like you or be interested in you or know about you, that is going to lead to a lot of unhappiness and pressure. Unhappiness because you'll realize that it's not really what it's cracked up to be. Like, having loads of people just having an opinion on whatever you're trying to do isn't the greatest thing, especially when a bunch of them are haters. Like, the more people you get that love you, the more haters you're going to get. That's just the way the world works. Everyone's not going to love you. And if everyone does love you, then you haven't like reached enough people yet. So you're going to get the haters. You're going to get people telling you how you should live your life, how you should do this, all that sort of stuff. And you may get unhappy doing that because you may feel like you need to listen to these people because you need to keep your fan base, you need to keep your sponsorships, you need to keep your relationships, you need to keep your audience, basically, because you have built your career off being relevant. And this is what a lot of people go through. They build their career off being relevant, of having a bunch of subscribers, of getting a bunch of views. And then, you know, as things do, it starts to dip. It starts to dip and it starts to, you know, be okay. But they're not looking at it as okay. They're looking at it as a fall from grace. And because they're doing that, that's very hard on their mental health and stuff. And it can lead to a lot of pressure because you do need to kind of keep up with what your audience wants. If you're not making what they want and you're not delivering to your audience, your fan base, what people expect, then you may lose all that relevance that you tried so hard to build off all this time. And the reason why relevance used to be important and why people used to care about it, why it used to matter, is because relevance used to equal profit. Like that's the basic reason, because being relevant used to make people money, innit? Because the way, and I'm talking about mainstream relevance, not just, you know, relevant in a specific topic, we'll get to that. But the way advertising used to work, and advertising is one of the main ways people make money on YouTube, and it's one of the main ways people imagine how you make money on YouTube. So that's why a lot of people are obsessed with relevance and stuff. But the way advertising used to work, old advertising, is they used to use a shotgun approach, a shotgun marketing, shotgun advertising approach. They basically wanted to get their message out to as many people as possible. And when people were creating their products and services and stuff, what a lot of people would do is they will try to make that product or service as appealable as possible to the majority of people. And I want to use music, for example, because back in the day, let's say, I don't even know what year it was, but let's say like 5 years ago, yeah, there was an exodus. There was an exodus from the grime genre, yeah, over here in the UK, of people moving from the grime genre to making pop records, because they either wanted to get signed or they did get signed and now they were told, push out the pop stuff, innit? This is what's going to make us the money. Let's make the pop. No one ain't buying grime, innit? So basically, the thought there was to get the product out to a broad audience, the broadest audience possible. And that was advertising for a very long time. Like, if you look on TV, you see like these are just broad advertisements. They're not really like, but that's more brand awareness. Let's not talk about TV advertising, because that might confuse you, because a lot of TV advertising is just not good. But that's besides the point. That was basically the main ethos of advertising. You get your thing out to as many people as possible, and you try to position it in a way that as many people as possible will want to buy into that. Things have changed. Things have changed a lot since then, and that isn't really a great way to advertise. Now, you may have heard this before, pardon me, but if you try to please everyone, you're going to please no one. And that is definitely very, very true in 2019 and beyond. You will see this happen a lot. When you see these people who are just trying to please everyone, you're going to see them die out. You're going to see them die out a lot over the next like 10 years. There's going to be people who come up, appeal to everyone, die out. 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 That's what happens, because you can't appeal to everyone forever. And if you appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one. And when people are like stop caring about you because you were the new hot thing, and they move on to the next new hot thing, you're done. Because you didn't build a real fan base. You didn't build anything substantial, because you were just building anything you could. You were doing anything you could to get the most people possible. And that's not a great business plan. There was a concept which came on the internet a while ago called the 100 true fans theory. I don't know if it was a theory or whatever, but a gentleman, I don't have his name written down, but a gentleman wrote a blog post on 100 true fans. You should definitely go and check it out. But the concept is basically that if you had 1,000 fans that were willing to pay you like $100 per year over the course of a year to buy stuff from you, then, you know, look, there's a 6-figure income in it. Oh, wait, 100,000? Yeah, 100,000, 6-figure income. So I don't think those were the numbers that were used in the actual post, but basically that's the idea, innit? If you have 1,000 true fans meaning people who are willing to actually spend money on what you create, which is very, very important. A lot of people don't think about this, which is why a lot of people end up crying when, you know, when all the popularity and stuff goes away. Because now, what do they have? What do they have? If all you done was built your brand off being popular and doing whatever was trending, you don't really have a lot when that goes away. When that goes away, you're just sitting there upset, hoping for the best, because you don't really have an audience that you can sell something to or anything like that. It's just a terrible position to be in. But if you have 1,000 true fans who are willing to actually spend some money with you, then, you know, that is way better than having 1 million so-so fans, fickle fans. Especially like if you're a musician, then you know that with, you know, pop music, there's generally, or with hip hop or whatever, I don't know if there's other genres that act like this, but with hip hop it's very, very common. You'll see the hot new artist, he'll come up, he'll blaze through for like a year, maybe 2, maybe he's lucky, maybe he gets 2 years. And then after that, people start forgetting about him. Like no one really cares about that person anymore. Then the next new person comes up and shoots up, and then that person gets there 2 years. And the person that was there before, you know, no one's talking about him. No one's talking about him. Like sometimes, you know, they can just live off their career and go and perform and stuff and continue doing that. But no one's talking about them. They're not relevant anymore. They can continue to make money and continue to survive if they know what they're doing. But those fans are fickle. Those people who just come in because you're the popular thing and they're on the bandwagon, they might not be there 3 years from now when you're not the most popular thing. So that's really something to keep in mind. Now, I want to talk about niche marketing. Niche marketing is the new wave. Niche marketing is where everything is going to be moving towards. And this is what more companies are going to be spending their money on because it's more cost effective and they're going to make more profit using niche marketing than using the shotgun approach that most people have been doing, like the big companies at least. That's what the big companies have been doing. They've been doing this shotgun approach, just flinging stuff out and hoping that, you know, a percentage of people buy in it, which is marketing and advertising. You fling stuff out and hope that a percentage of people buy. But if you focus on a specific niche, for example, let's say I am selling pens, yeah, just pens, I'm selling pens, yeah. Let's say that's what I'm selling. I'm selling pens. There's 2 ways I could go about it. I could go about it the old way of advertising, which would be to say, this is the best pen for everyone. Everyone come and grab it. It is super affordable and great for you, yeah? Basically, I can use that angle. I can basically say this is a pen for everyone. Or, which is much better, I could say, this is the pen for entrepreneurs. If you are an entrepreneur, creative entrepreneur, and you are trying to leave that 9 to 5 and do something you love for a living and pursue that passion, this pen is the pen you need. I've made this pen especially for entrepreneurs. I've kept entrepreneurs in mind because I know what entrepreneurs be going through. We got to rub stuff out. Sometimes, you know, we have an idea, we write it down, we think it's great, and then we got to rub it out. This pen actually does rub stuff out. So there you go. That's a selling point to entrepreneurs. Great stuff. I've just made this pen, which could just be sold to everyone. It's a very broad market thing because it's a pen. People use pens. I've made it niche. I've focused it to one specific target audience. And then if I wanted to sell this specific niche pen that will sell to entrepreneurs, because when entrepreneurs see this advertisement, they see that I'm talking about this pen's for entrepreneurs, they're going to want to buy this pen over every other pen that's saying, yo, this pen is for everyone. So if you get what I'm saying, it's a big mindset shift. Because instead of just saying, yo, this is for everyone, which you assume will get more people to buy it, if you focus on one specific type of person and you let them know that this is specifically for you, yeah, then that person is way more likely, or that niche of people, that industry of people are way more likely to buy into what you're selling, and you're going to get more sales. You're going to get more sales like that, and then you can broaden out over time as you know, get more customers and all that sort of stuff and create more product lines. But niche marketing is more cost efficient because I've got a pen that's specifically for entrepreneurs, I can now go to where entrepreneurs congregate. I can go to specific YouTube channels that are talking about entrepreneurship. I can go to Sunny Lenarduzzi, Roberto Blake, Valuetainment, and I can basically be like, yo, can you plug this pen? Like, instead of just going to the biggest YouTuber who has millions of subscribers, it's still going to like PewDiePie or something. I'd go to people who are talking to my specific target audience. That is better marketing than just trying to fling it out to the widest amount of people possible and hoping that a percentage of them buy. Instead, I can go to a very, very niche audience and hope that a percentage of them will buy, and a bigger percentage of those people will buy specifically just because they're more interested in what you've got to sell. And you're just going to get better results because you're going deeper instead of going wider. And I think that is a big thing that people need to be doing, that you should be doing. You need to be thinking about increasing depth instead of increasing width. Of course, yes, you need to have the width to get people into your ecosystem, to get them to check out your content and all that sort of stuff. But then you need to be trying to build that depth. That's why you need to be putting out hub content and whatnot. My channel is not a great example of this because I already put out a lot of hub content, but this is why we're doing these videos. This is more hub content and stuff. We'll do more vlogs and all that sort of stuff, but this is like just straight raw, non-edited information and helping you out and giving you the realness and sharing some thoughts and stories from my own life. And I'll be sharing a bunch of, I don't know how personal I want to get on this channel, but we'll be sharing some stuff like that. But now it's not the time of just being relevant to the mainstream, like being relevant overall, like your mum knows who you are, like that isn't important anymore. Now it's about being relevant to a specific industry, to a specific type of person. That is what's going to be very advantageous to the advertisers and to you in the future. For example, I was relevant to the Arc server hosting community last year. I probably am still relevant because I'm the one that made most of the videos around hosting your Arc server. Like most other people aren't doing that, innit? So when people are trying to host their Arc server, they'll find my videos and I'll become relevant to them. But people who aren't trying to host their Arc servers, they don't know who I am. Like they might have watched one of my videos accidentally on one of my, tutorials on a game or something. But I'm not relevant in the mainstream sense. Like CNN aren't going to talk about me. Like BBC aren't going to post articles about me because it doesn't really make sense. But I'm relevant to the people that matter in that niche, innit? So I created a business in that niche that makes me money in my sleep and has allowed me to go full time without being relevant to the mainstream. If I was relevant to the mainstream, I'd just have a bunch of kids watching my videos, which is great for optics in terms of saying, yo, I've got this many views, I've got this many subscribers, but that really doesn't do anything for my channel. I'm not making content for kids. I'm making content for the type of kid that I was, which isn't a normal kid. Like most kids are dumb, let's be real. If you're a kid, then you won't want to hear that, but you're probably stupid. I was stupid when I was a kid. And once you realize that you're stupid, that's when you can be smart. I am still stupid now. We are all stupid. Once you know that you don't know everything, that's the only time that you can actually gain knowledge. But when you're young and you think you know everything, that's when you're super stupid because you don't listen to new information and you're like, I know stuff, man. I know what I know. So yeah, I'm not trying to target those kids. I'm trying to make content for who I was when I was a kid, which was someone who was out here trying to make something of themselves and trying to find information that could help them do that. But I was relevant to the art community. Now I'm trying to be relevant to the entrepreneur community. I'm not trying to be relevant to everyone. There's no need for that. We don't need to do that anymore. You can be relevant to the specific people that you want to serve. And with the internet, this is possible. With the internet, everyone's out there trying to find their own niche. Like entrepreneurs will be out there searching for content for entrepreneurs. They're not going to be searching for content for clowns and watching the clown content and hoping that there's some entrepreneur tidbits in the clown content. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be watching the entrepreneur content. And people who want to be clowns, they're going to be watching the clown content. Yeah? So you don't have to appeal to everyone. You only have to appeal to a small segment of people because there's so many people in the world. There's billions of people in the world. And with the internet, you can reach them. You don't have to worry about, there's only 5,000 people in my area that care about this. There's at least 100,000 people in the world that care about whatever you care about. Trust me, it generally works out that way. But yeah, having random kids watching your videos is not a great business model. That's a business model that a lot of YouTubers go for. A lot of people who are thinking about jumping into this YouTube space, that is what they think they want. They just want more people watching, more subscribers, more views, more people. Why? Why do you want more subscribers? Why do you want more views? Why do you want more people? When I ask these questions to people, they usually don't know the answer. There's a lot of people who want to go full-time on YouTube and they think they go full-time through getting more subscribers, through getting more views. That is not the way you do it. You go full-time by making more money. That is how you do it. You need to make enough money to pay your bills and have a full-time income. And just having views isn't the road there. Just having subscribers isn't the road there. You need to identify exactly how you're actually going to make an income. Not just hope that you're going to get big and hope that a bunch of people are going to watch your stuff so someone's going to pay you or you're going to make ad money, because ad money is the worst way to make money online as a content creator, and everyone should be trying to move away from that, not trying to get as much ad money as possible. You should be having ad money as a cherry on top of what you're doing, but you need to build a real actual business, because when the apocalypse comes out, when advertisers say they don't want to advertise on your stuff, when you want to make edgier content, when you want to be yourself and advertisers aren't agreeing with that, it's going to be very unhappy days for you. So being at the mercy of advertisers is not the type of life that you want to live, unless maybe that is the type of life that you want to live. Like, who am I to tell you not to be at the mercy of advertisers? If that's the type of life you want to live, go ahead and do that. But over time, companies will get smarter. Companies are going to understand that they're going to get better return on investments by targeting a specific niche than, you know, trying to do this broad mass market stuff. And companies that, you know, they have a specific niche that they're targeting, they're going to be targeting the influencers that talk to that niche, that influence that niche, not just influencers that have a bunch of followers. That is useless, especially with all the algorithms on all the social media platforms, like stopping you from even reaching all your followers. That's super useless. You need to be focusing on a specific target audience, and companies are going to be doing that. They're going to be looking for people who are focusing on a specific target audience, and they're going to be going to those people, because it's better, way better for me to contact someone, who, like, if I had a course on how to start, like how to promote your business on YouTube, it's better for me to contact someone who has, you know, an entrepreneur channel or entrepreneur page on Instagram, or a page for entrepreneurs, targeting entrepreneurs, and they got like 5,000 followers. It's better for me to go to them than to go to someone who, I don't know, does anything else that's not targeted and has 100,000 followers. Because out of those 100,000 followers, how many of those people are going to be interested in my course? I don't know. But I know that people who are entrepreneurs, they're way more likely to be interested in the course. So it's better to go deep than to go wide. Like, just having a bunch of people see what you're putting out isn't really smart. You want a bunch of people who are interested in what you're putting out to see it. That's way smarter, and that's why you want quality views over just, you know, views. Like, because you can get a lot of views from children. It's not hard. You can get views from babies. Like, do you care if a 3-year-old is watching your video? Is that the type of life that you want to live? Do you want a bunch of 3-year-olds watching your videos? Is that what you want? Do you want 500,000 subscribers of 3-year-olds? I don't think you do. I don't think you, unless you're a 3-year-old or you're a 12-year-old, maybe that is something you want. But I shouldn't be putting words in your mouth. Comment down below. Let me know if that's what you want. If you want an army of 3-year-olds dealing with you. But yeah, the future is micro-influencers. That's the end of my notes. The future is micro-influencers. People who influence a specific industry, they influence a specific niche, and those people are relevant to their niche. So next time someone says, you know, you're not relevant, you should block them, to be honest. But if you want to conversate with them, ask them who are they talking about? Who should you be relevant to? To them? Why? Why do you need to be relevant to this specific person? You should be relevant to the audience you want to be relevant to, and you should have a business plan that backs that up. Everything you do should have a plan behind it. It should have a reason. You shouldn't be doing things for the sake of doing things. And when you start doing things for the sake of doing things, that's how you get yourself in terrible positions, you know, just trying to be relevant because you think being relevant is the way to profit and it's the way to make a full-time income. But that's not the way. That's not the way. That's not the best way. That's not the most efficient way. That's not the most reliable way. But it seems to be, you know, a way that seems to have the least amount of work, because, you know, when you're just relying on advertisers, all you really need to do is fling up content. Unless you're contacting advertisers yourself, contacting sponsors, all you need to do is fling up content, have, you know, advertising enabled, and you can make a few extra pennies. But to create a product, to create an actual business, a lot of hard work. And I'm unsure who said this. I think it was it Einstein? He says, I don't know who exactly said this, but there was a gentleman who said most people miss opportunities because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. I'm paraphrasing, but 'tis the truth. 'Tis the truth. Most people don't like hard work. They're scared of it. That's why this video is probably going to get dislikes. This video is probably gonna, get a small amount of views because I'm not making the content that people want. What they want to hear is that everything's easy. Just do this. It's gonna be super easy. You don't have to work hard. That's what people want to hear. But that's not what I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you the truth because that's what you need. So it doesn't matter. Relevancy doesn't matter. You don't need to care about being relevant to the mainstream. You only need to care about being relevant to your specific audience. And you only need 1,000 true fans. Once you've got 1,000 people who are willing to buy whatever you're selling, like a growth of audience after that doesn't really matter. It's just vanity metrics at that point. And that's why I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about views. I don't care about none of that stuff. The only thing I really care about is sales and how much money I'm making per month. And the only thing I look at in terms of is my audience growing is my email list. Because my email list, I can control that. I can delete people off my email list that aren't reading my emails. I can't do that with YouTube. If you stop watching my YouTube videos, you're still going to be a subscriber. I can't accurately see how many people are interested in my content on YouTube because obviously I've done a variety of content. People have subscribed for a variety of stuff. I might not be making the content that they want right about now. So that's a misleading number. But on my email list, I can see exactly, how many people are engaging, how many people I need to get rid of, how many people are subscribing, how many people are unsubscribing, all that sort of stuff. Great in-depth stats. And it's all about depth over width. Width was something that used to be important. Now it's about depth. It's about getting deeper with your target audience, getting deeper with your audience, getting deeper with your viewers, forming a deeper connection, giving more, serving more, doing better, not just trying to get as many people to watch your videos as possible, because what does that do for you? If you get 1 million views, you might make $1,000, yeah? If you're lucky, depends on what your ad rates are. Let's say you get 1 million views on a video, you make $1,000, great. Then what? Let's say you get 2,000 subscribers, great. Then what? What's happening next month? Now you need to be on that constant YouTube hamster wheel, trying to put out more videos that get 1 million views so that you can make enough money to eat. That's not the life I want for you. That's not the life I want for you. But if you want to chase AdSense, you can go do that. I'd rather you actually build a real business that enables you to do what you want for a living and frees up more of your time and doesn't put you in a very disadvantageous position where you have to basically, instead of working for a boss, you're working for your audience, or you're working to stay relevant, and you're working for children and brands and all that sort of stuff. And that's just something that I'm not interested in. So if you're not interested in that, then I'm going to be sharing a lot of information that's going to help you stay away from that and help you be able to create life on your own terms, which I think is just way more satisfying. And if you're super interested in that and you do want to create life on your own terms and you want to do it with YouTube, I highly suggest you check out my free course that will walk you through the 5 most important steps to having YouTube success. Link is in the description. Go to growonyoutube.com/free course. I think my painting in the other room fell down. Wow, that's not great. But yeah, check that course out. You'll also be added to my daily email list where I'm always dropping gems and putting out daily emails, and you definitely want to be on there. So yeah, you're gonna be excited for those emails, man. I drop a lot of knowledge bombs over there that most people aren't seeing. Only my inner circle gets to see that, and I want to get more people into my inner circle so that I can serve you better, I can help you more, and I can help you get to where you want to get to. So yeah, that's the video. I'll see you in the next one where I'll be talking about whatever the hell I want. If you got any suggestions for future non-editing videos, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. Peace out.